Hello everyone and welcome back to our challenge and to Final Fantasy 1 with the old monk party dudes. So we have Frey, Rico, Uther and Nox, and we just beaten the Fiend of Earth, Lich. Sorry for that slight hiccups, I was wondering how to say that. So, hope you guys have a great Friday. And let us begin this. So I'm I'm gonna go back to what was the name of the Melmond? Yeah, to Melmond and see if beating the Fiend of Earth actually helped them with their soil problems. And then we'll go to our next location, which I hope they will kinda tell us where it is. I know where to go, but I'm wondering if they actually say something. I think they do. If not, we always have the dancer at Cornelia. So, how about now, dudes? Well, it doesn't look much better. Yo, I restored it. What's up? Well, now they're saying crystals. I know, I've been there. Okay, so at least what's here actually told us something useful. How about you dudes? Yeah, we've heard that already. Oh. And it started so good. Which one is it? Not gonna tell us. How about the dudes across the bridge here? Yes, we know, we fed him. Yeah, I never heard of you. Well, it is. Believe me or no, it is. Well, kinda went southways, I see. But I don't think that's because of your doing. That's because of crystal shenanigans. As always, those pesky crystals. So, we're looking, well, okay-ish on everything. We don't need to rest, because we tented. Anywho, we've been back to Belmont, and since they didn't tell us where, you have two options. Either you go back to Cornelia and talk to the dancer for a clue, or you actually watch where I go. Also, let me check the recording for a moment. I don't know why I'm having this pesky feeling. Nope, everything's okay. So, anywho, let's go back to the boat, because it's unfortunately not on this, well, I would say continent, but not exactly continent. Not on this part of the continent. And of course, what preemptive strike, so we can attack normally. So how you guys doing this week? I've actually played a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era, because it had its early access open. And I gotta say, it works. It got me in. It's like the old days. It's not exactly Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but it's good. It's good. I've put in 15 hours so far, and I'm loving it. There are some things they need to iron out, and some things that I, well, not a fan of, but, you know, that's... You can't have a game where you 100% love everything. So, you know. With Heroes 3 it was the same. It's not like I 100% loved everything, but 99%-ish maybe. But yeah, Olden Era is actually the first good Heroes game in a while. I don't remember the previous good one. It would be, I think 5 was okay. Yeah, 5 was okay. I played 5 with both of the expansions and it was okay. 6 was not okay. 7 was a mess, it needed a lot more work. for it to be good, but unfortunately it wasn't so. But this one, yeah, this one could be glorious if they put even more work into it. And they've been putting a lot of work into it, really. Now I can't wait for the expansions, for the DLCs and the additional towns, because there are some towns that are missing for me. For example, Academy or Tower. We have Necromancers, but we don't have Academy or Tower? How does that work? Anywho. So, okay. We've got everything done in the Melmont section. So, now we've sailed south, yeah, we've sailing on the brim of the continent, and we should sail here-ish. Well, big ice, because we don't want to be paralyzed. Okie dokie, guys, okie dokie, you had your chances. No, I don't think I want to buy anything. I mean, I passed the elf village, so kinda too late for that. I still have quite a decent chunk of potions and high potions and tents. If worse comes to pass, I do have some cottages, I think 2 or 4. In the realm of that. Now, how we doing? Good god. Yeah, we get it. Oh my god, dude, we get it. Destroy them, guys, destroy them. Show them the might of the fist. So yeah, I'm hoping the weekend goes well for you all as well. I'm wondering, maybe you've also played the Olden Era demo. Not demo, early access. I'm not sold on the Hive faction yet. I played a few games with them, but I don't know, dude. I know that it fits the lore that Inferno aren't in, but I'm kind of an Inferno fanboy, you know? Kinda am. So, So I'm kinda sad that they didn't make it in, but... And this part of history, from what I remember, Jadine, or what's the continent name, doesn't... Well, Inferno aren't in the world, because there wasn't the Night of the Falling Stars, which was the time that the Kriegen fell on Earth, so... But yeah, if you guys don't know, and it's not a spoiler, Inferno are not devils, not all devils, they're aliens. Yeah, they are aliens, and that's lore, in-world lore, from Might and Magic. Because Might and Magic was pretty much sci-fi. Let us see. We're at the Crescent Moon, I can see the city there on the map. Tiny, but I can see it, and I can see it now. So yeah, I was kinda on the fence always with that. When you played the early Might and Magic games, you started a typical high fantasy punching goblins, orcs, etc. But then you had robots and goblins with lasers, etc., you know? It was weird as heck. I get that it was the trope of the years then, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. Let's stock up. I would want more Phoenix Downs. At least 20. Don't need Echo Grass. You know what? Antidote's cheap. I want antidotes. Eye drops are cheap as well. I want eye drops. Probably won't ever use them, but I want them. And I want 10 more of those. I want a couple of remedies, just in case. Tents. Cottages, not really. I need to sell the junk that I have, because my inventory is cluttered. So yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of the mix with fantasy and sci-fi, and I know that's not that rare, but not a fan of it, never was. So, you know, I don't know why, but I think I'm gonna hold on to those for a moment still. Just in case. No need to, but I'll kinda hold off on them. Church or... yeah, church. Don't worry, father, we'll see you next time, maybe. Well, he is tired from all the traveling, lady. But I think you kinda need to talk to him about that, not to travelers. That's kinda weird. Okay, so, for spells. Quite cool ones, but if you don't have a black mage or a white mage, but you opted, for example, for 2 red mages, a red mage I don't think can, if I remember correctly, cannot cast level 6 spells. A red wizard can, but not a red mage, so here you would not be able to use any of those, unfortunately. And there are some good spells here, like Protera. Protect on all? Why not? And here we have Mithril, shit. That's useless to us. And you, good sir? Okay, I think I found the husband. So anywhom, that's the city. Yeah, not much info here. I can see that. Maybe you have any guests here? No, don't have any guests here. Well, might as well take a snooze. 200? Lady! Good God! 200? Must be mighty comfy beds if you charge 200 for a night. Okay, so... let's save, just in case. Oh, no, sorry. It's not all. This is kind of a trap here. I forgot I wanted to go to one place, but I didn't. See, the map is kind of big here. In this town. And you wanna go here. See? I forgot about that nearly. When I stepped out, I was like, wait a minute. So yeah, you have a gathering of old people in the forest. I hope you dudes aren't naked. I'm gonna talk to you. Of course. 12 sages. We're gonna talk to the one that has a unique sprite at the end. Because of course we have to. Because he'll say something smart. As opposed to those guys. Not that they say dumb things, but you kinda know most of them. Yes, we know that. But the first new thing is that they are the 4 Fiends of Chaos. Huh. Yes, thank you. Oh? Well, we did that with one. But how are you banking that they will? How do you know that? Oh, both past and present? What do you mean by that? And that ain't good. Not anymore, he isn't. That bastard. Okay, all will be revealed. Okay, you cannot tell me it now. Of course. Only I? Maybe only I. Oh, the volcano rises to the west, you say? Before her time. Oh, dang, do I have to? Oh, man. But yeah, we got a canoe. Ta-da! Canoe. Yeah, even in the first one they actually got you methods of transport. Hi, Luke. Okay, you sure you're not just sick today? Yeah, funny thing is, he's not the one that actually is important here. Huh, who would have thought? Anyhow, honestly, I misremembered that. I thought he gives us the canoe. Well, White Croc? Crikey! No, sorry about that. Okay, so now we, well, if you listen to the sages, dude, dude, chill, we're sitting in place. You don't need to swing those oars like that, dude. Ugh. Okay, so if you've listened to the sage, you know that the volcano is to the west. And since he got us a canoe, and as you can see on the map, there is a butt-ton of mountains. Can I actually... I was wondering if I can be closer here, but no. Butt-ton of mountains, you're gonna need to use the canoe. Yeah. No, I don't want to go here. I don't think so. Whoops. Niochu? Whoa, that guy's kinda tanky. Please don't use any pollen shit on us or things like... Whoa, well, that kinda hurt. Okay, poison. Do you have AoE poison? Whoa, dude. Dude. Well, that was a lot of XP, but... Dude. That hurt. Okay, we're gonna use the scruffy potions for that. Anywho, not here, we're gonna go west. And now, let me check my notes, cause my memory's a bit fuzzy. Yeah, west, okay. Oh yeah, now I remember, actually. Gonna go north. Gonna go here. East. Another Oshu. Whoa, that was a Neo Oshu. This one's a normal one. That means, is he... Well, yeah, definitely he's a lot weaker. And a lot less XP. Then west again. Then I think west again. Hydra? Good God, what's in the river? You guys dump some waste in this river or what? You guys got killer plants, hydras, crocodiles, big ass crocodiles, more killer plants. You're dumping something here. You're just not telling us. Well, the XP is good. Okay, health. Kinda would want strength, my dudes, but agility is also quite nice. Okay, so as you can see, it's probably here. It's a big-ass volcano. Yeah, and where else would a fiend of... Whoops, fire be? Sorry, I probably should save, just in case. Now back. So, unfortunately, the lava here is traceable, walkable, so not traceable. And I say unfortunately because we kinda need to walk on it. So, walking on lava will damage you per step. So, yeah, we would kinda wanna minimize our time on the lava. Which is not that easy. 1 damage per tile. Livable. Ankeg. This is looking more like Dungeons and Dragons by the moment. That's a cool sound. Like a skeleton playing on his own bones. Maybe that is how they made it. Maybe they deboned someone and played on them. Sneaky Square Enix. I'm on to you. How's the XP here? Very nice. We actually do need that. I would like to level a bit before we tackle the Fiend of Fire. Don't remember if we tackle him right away. Let's see what else we can fight here. Horned Devil? Good God. I thought the river was weird. Got him. So much for being a devil. Yeah, we know that. What's floor below? Huh. Wait a second. Wait a moment here. Before I go down... No, we cannot go... Of course. Oozes. We cannot go inside that place in the center. So, okay. One left over. Not bad XP. Now, this room. This is a straightforward one. Or is it? Yeah, I know. It's kind of bonkers that they made it like that, but... you know... We can either do it the quick way or do it the normal way. I'll do it the normal way, just walk through all of this because I want XP. Because we're doing this single class challenge and I'm kinda needing additional buffer zones in some fights, you know? So we kinda wanna be a level or two higher or more. Because as you saw with the Lich, the Fiends are a bit... They have more oomph to them, as you saw. And I don't want another Lich fight. That was bonkers. I mean, we did it, but... that was dicey. That was dicey. I don't know if we could pull that off again, especially if the boss would be more keen on using AoE, because the Lich was fairly... chill with what he did. I'm thinking the Fire Fiend won't be. But I don't know, maybe she will. We'll see. Okay, nice. I mean, it's only money, but the XP is what we're here for. Take one. Okay. Let's just leisurely walk through this. So, back to this week. Yeah, the Olden Era was quite a hit with me. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if I would want to feature it on the channel, but... Going by my YouTube feed... People probably have enough of it, because everyone's playing it. Good God, 5 of them? Really? I mean, okay, that's XP for me, but... They're kinda tanky. And not that weak. As well. They poison as well. Good thing I bought a shitload of antidotes, because they're cheap. Not that bringing spellcasters would make it that much more easy, because, yeah, casts per day, as you remember. Okay, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. He shouldn't kill Ray with one strike. Even if he hit him. Got it. But that was very, very reasonable XP. 10 out of 10 would fight it again. Okay, everyone gets a swing of a potion. Come on. Lizards? Whoa, those lizards look like crack addicts. Why, lizard? Why? What happened to you? You know, for a Gygus, not hitting that much. a scorpion hits me for more damage. Not that I'm complaining, but that's weird. Anywho, so we're doing fine at this room. We'll probably get a level here. Doubt that we can get 2, I highly doubt it. But we'll see, you never know, maybe there's a rare encounter here that gives a butt-ton of XP. And hopefully we can win it. More health, always welcomed. More agility, always welcomed as well. I would like more strength, that's right, but we do not seem to be getting it. That's unfortunate. Okay, again with you guys. Ooh, 8 hits now. Okay, okay. I'm all for it. So Ray now should also get 8 hits when he levels. Okay, that's a very fine level for him. Got strength, got health. So all that I wanted him to get. Pyrolisk, that's a new one. Missed. Missed. Okay, Gaze. I gather that, judging by the name, Gaze paralyzes. Don't know why, have a feeling that it does. Okay, now. Well, we can go like this. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll see what it does. No, it does not paralyze. It does not. Okay, one more dude that will be behind with XP. Rat. Guess you'll be similar to Ray then. That sucked. Didn't remember that it's an instant KO move. Oh really, ambush? Come on. Well, I guess it had to happen. One of those chests. 8-hit punch. Whoa. So yeah, if you're doing this type of a run, please get a lot of potions. Unfortunately, the usefulness of normal potions seems to be wearing out quite quickly. So next time we're probably using... So let me check something. Okay, next time we'll probably be using mainly... Oh, for the love of God, really? Mainly high potions. And those won't heal us to full with one use, so... That's another thing. Yeah, I was kinda looking for him. That's an NPC dude, but it's not a friendly one. And if you talk to him... Surprise. And it's more fire elementals. Because why not? We've actually seen this in the Marsh Cave, I think? When we got the key, there was in one room there was one dude looking exactly like that standing, and he also attacked us. So that's nothing new. Should be expecting that from those type of characters. Shady looking guys. Okay. Only you need more. Okay. Well, mithril shit is basically money. Have a worm. Don't remember you. Because we can't use mithril stuff, we're just gonna sell it. Would be cool to get a better armlet, but... Okay, nothing to fear from the worm. That reminds me, when I was talking about the Might and Magic story, I need to play the Might and Magic RPG games again. They were cool, but janky as heck. Good god, they were janky. Need to see if there are any fan patches made, because there definitely ain't any 3DO patches. The games weren't that well done in terms of bugs. Well, it's not Piranha Bytes, but still it's not the best. Okay, so just go here and through the door, and we're done with this floor. Huh, it kinda rhymed. Okay, it seems I'm on a roll today. It's been going good, which has me wondering When will something bad happen? And I'm expecting it to happen. I'm gonna tell you right now, because that ain't spoilers. The name of the Fiend of Fire is Merolith, if I remember correctly. And if you know D&D, you know what a Merolith is. And it shouldn't be a surprise even if you didn't know, because... well, the Fiend of the Earth was Lich. So... I would be expecting another D&D monster. Huh. Diagonal moves save us a point of damage. Diagonal moves weren't in the OG, so that's a new thing, if you're wondering. Okay, no gazing, that's great. How about this floor? Yeah. There aren't any crystals here. Yeah, crystals. Treasures. There aren't any treasures. Good thing we have this map, because this map shows treasure chests. And there aren't any here. Gonna check my notes just in case. Yes, there are no sorry about that. No treasures on this floor. So we can go straight to the exit. Ah, crap. I was gonna say let's use the diagonal movement. But no. Fire Hydra. We fought your cousin. Whoopsie. It's not as easy to do the diagonal movement as you would think. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Which is kinda weird. Okie doke. Well, I'm doing it on an analog stick, so... because I can't remap it. The only buttons you can remap are those in the configuration. And on the first tab. They don't let you remap full buttons. God knows why. Okay. Curious. So... we have our sights on our destination here. Let me check the notes again. Okay. Nothing magical here, just need to get through. Minotaurs. Why are you guys doing here of all places? In a volcano. You like warm places? Why? You're not a lizard, you're a bull demon thingy. Got him. Now. Of course. Definitely would bet that it wouldn't be close. So, need to go the far way. Huh, weird. Didn't get a fight. Probably incoming soonish. I was right here. Hellhounds? Good god, another crack addict. What's with you guys here? Definitely seen better days. Chernobyl hellhounds? My god. Okay, let's see if we can fight them again. They were easy and they give a lot of XP. I don't want to fight 5 Pyrolisks. That's why I don't want to fight 5 Pyrolisks. Crap. Now let's see how this goes. Went okay. Good thing they didn't spam the gaze. Don't wanna fight 5 Pyrolisks anymore. Nope. Well, at least we leveled. Decent, I would say. Not remarkable, but decent. Okay, now where we are. Oh, okay, not bad. So, are there treasures here? Of course they are. In each and every door. Okay. I mean, it's adventure, so why not? I'm all for treasures, you know? Especially if we could use the treasures, but that's besides the point. Oh, that's a good one. Well... You know, nothing would happen if there wasn't a monster in a box. Those couple of times. Nothing bad would happen. But I guess doesn't sit well with the game. Does not sit well. Yeah, you kinda get used to that after a while. Ooh, those are new. Hope you give a lot of XP. Also, there are 2 of you. So that should be decent XP. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Yeah, I can fight them more times if you give them to me. Okay, yeah. Have another one. Nope, fire lizard time. I am going back to the previous conversation. I am what's the word I'm looking for? I know about that one mod that merges a couple of games from the Might and Magic series into one game. I think the Zine entries, the 2 games, are merged into one, World of Zine, or something like that. Because there is Clouds of Zine and something. And there is a mod that merges them into one. But I don't know if it's such a thing for the trilogy, for the 6, 7, 8. Well, not exactly a trilogy, but for the 6, 7, 8 ones. There's also the 9, and the 9th entry, which is questionable to say at the very least. Didn't play that one. Played the 10th entry, which was sort of an anniversary thing. Ubisoft did more than a... Oh, Icebrand and Fire Shield. More than a actual well thought out game. Not mad about that one, because we did not imagine we would get an entry in the Might and Magic series ever again. Whoa. Not that button. I wanted to view the map, but I pushed it when we transitioned and it went into auto battle. Huh. That's a good thing to know, I guess. Okay, so every dead end here pays off. Preemptive. Why not? Yeah, 10 I didn't play. I played 6 and I played 7th. I also played, I think, the 4th one, although don't remember much of them. And one port on the Game Boy Advance. Do not remember for the life of me which entry was that. But the port was janky as heck. Although not bad, just a little bit janky. Okay, money's good. Hellhound, 1. Okay. So, I think that this is the penultimate floor. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but in contrast to the later entries, in this one we don't have save crystals inside dungeons. At least till now. So that kinda makes it a bit harder. Because you don't have a spot where you can save and do a tent. Which heals all damage. And restores MP, but there is no MP in this entry, so that's besides the point. Okay, 2 Gygases with a preemptive strike. All for it. So be wary of that. And if you're juggling a single class challenge like I am, like I said, be sure to have your consumables. I think, now that I'm thinking on it, Thief would be a bit harder in the early game like this, but a lot easier when they change class into ninjas. But pre-class change Thief, dicey. Doesn't have that much to him. At least he can wear some armor, so he's not as squishy as we are. But we do get bonus to defense on levels, so that's also a thing. I don't know how light armor compares to the monk's innate defenses at the beginning. I know that in the later parts, in the higher levels, it is quite comparable. Their innate defense to light armor stats. Regarding pure defense. Okay, those were actually good levels for everyone. Do I want one more? That is the question. I would prefer one more on everyone, if I'm being honest. And that's only 10-ish fights. As you can see, if we get fights like this. Let me take a peek what's down below. I think down below is the last floor. Good. Let me check the notes for a moment. Yeah. Okie dokie. No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually not. Oh, no, it is. It is. Oh, good God, this is a gigantic one. We don't want to go to the crystal room. So I hope I won't pick the crystal room willy-nilly. And this being a gigantic room actually is good for us, since we'll probably get that one level that I still want. Also, see what I told you about them being powerhouses? Later, we didn't reach level 30 with 28, and we're dealing a heck of a lot of damage. Sorry, I'm checking the recording time, 42 minutes. We're good. Okay, I didn't pick the wrong one. So, we have chests in every... No, I was gonna say in every room in the corner, but that's not the case. Also, let me just take a quick sneak peek, just in case I'm looking wrong at this, but first, ambush. You know, now that I think of it, when I was young, kid in the 90s, I was not a big fan of the RPG games back then, besides a few, like, I really liked Baldur's Gate, the first one. I remember playing it and watching my brother play it, and I very much liked it. Even though D&D was a new thing to me then. But the older RPG games like Final Fantasy 1, for example, the OG one, and Dragon Warrior, the first one, the Dragon Quest, whatever it was named in the new region. Might and Magic old games. I was not exactly a big fan of those then. Not to mention gold box games and etc. I was... the way they looked and sounded wasn't sitting good with me. But now I actually take great pleasure in playing those games. I would want to play some of the gold box games. Honestly, I still haven't played those. I own them on GOG, but haven't played those. I played an older Wizardry title, 6. That's not old, but an older one. And it's cool, even though it looks the way it does. It's a product of its time. So, funny thing is, now I kinda like the games. The older games. And their aesthetic. And their sounds. I don't know what changed. Really. Well, the sound is a bit different. Because, when you have... Whoa, red dragon? First dragon that we meet. Now, when you open those games on GOG or something like that, you can actually pick a sound to emulate, sound card to emulate. Oh, 50% of bestiary. And you can pick the things that we didn't have there then, because they were expensive as heck. So mostly people had the, what was it, Sound Blaster then, or something like that, when it became cheaper. There was a cheaper option before the Sound Blaster, don't remember it. But later on we had a cheap-ass Sound Blaster. And the sound wasn't that good, but you can see on YouTube comparisons between tech of that time and how the sounds changed in, for example, old Sierra games. Bard's Quest, I think, or something like that, or King's Quest, sorry. And they change a lot, but no one had the luxury. At least no one that I know had that luxury sound card. So yeah, maybe that's why. Now that we can actually set it up to sound good. And the looks don't bother me now anymore. I kinda like the old school aesthetic now. I don't know why, but growing up I didn't like it that much. I liked some, but I didn't like all of it. And now I don't have a problem with it, I actually like it. Weird how things change. Okay, that's just a normal potion. Okay, so the room on 12 o'clock didn't have anything, so we'll skip it. I'll also do one thing before we go to the boss. Okay. And that would be, I will go up a floor and down a floor. Because that way we do a autosave, sort of. Unless I can do a save where I stand. I didn't check that. Oh, okay, we kinda synchronized our levels mostly. Now Uther is only a bit behind. That's cool that it became like this. Yeah, well, we can quick save, whatever the heck quick save is. But we can do that. Didn't notice that before, huh? So this is actually kind of bad now for Uther, because XP doesn't carry over. So the guys will get the full XP and Uther will only get what he needs to level. So he'll be a bit behind. 600 behind. And also this is a shitty level. Well, can't have the best of them every time. Okay, this one doesn't have anything. This one has, and this one's the crystal. Okie doke. I don't think we'll level up one more time, unfortunately. I mean, we could, but I don't know about that. Maybe I will go for it, actually. The XP here is extremely good. So might as well give it a try. Yeah. So, strange how that goes. There are some games that I think of as timeless classics that I like regardless of how they looked then and how they look now. For example, the Disciples series, the first and second entry. For me, those are timeless titles, even though the first entry looks not exactly the best. But the gameplay defends itself, and I'm a big fan of turn-based strategy games. And the art is supreme in those games. The art was genius. I don't know who made the art for those two games, but hopefully the guy was paid well. Or lady, I don't know, but hopefully they were paid well. Great art, great art. The later entries in the series did not do justice to that. Unfortunately. There is a new entry coming and it's unfortunately looking like the previous one. So, yeah, oh, I can zoom in. Why didn't it work in the previous floor? So, yeah, unfortunately. I would honestly prefer back to... Really? The looks and feel of the previous ones, of the second one. Even if they wanted to do the mechanics similar to Heroes of Might and Magic, because Disciples had different mechanics. But even if they wanted to do similar mechanics, let's just run around to get XP. Even if they wanted to do similar mechanics, just let it look like the second entry. Second entry was kinda dark with the descriptions and with the looks, and it had a sort of a feeling to it. It had that gothic feeling. It wasn't dark for the sake of being edgy. It was kinda dark because it was set in a gothic-like art style. It was extremely cool. Okay, not bad. Blink, huh. Yeah, guys. Starting to get funny ideas, huh? Won't work on us. Well, kinda did work on us, but disregard the fact. Okay, so one more level, just in case. And let's go meet the Fiend of Fire. Hopefully, come back victorious from this meeting. And hopefully, not have a fight like with the Fiend of the Earth. I'll go... honestly, in my head, it went like that because of his high defense, because he was the Fiend of Earth. That's what I think. I don't know if he actually has higher defense, but... really? That you were hit physically and you didn't wake up? That's a weird-ass sleep. Also, didn't know you guys can put me to sleep. So yeah, as you can see, Blink kinda works, but also we can get over it. Because we have a lot of hits. And... yeah, I'm thinking that it went bad because Fiend of Earth, Earth magic, high defenses, Earth being hard, you know. And the Earth Fiend had slow. So that sucked royally because it reduced our attack to 1 hit. So it did even less. That's what I'm thinking. Unfortunately, if this is the Fiend of Fire, he could have haste on him. That's what I'm fearing. Because Final Fantasy likes to get fire things haste for reasons. Also, probably AoE attacks, and that will hurt. But let's see about that in just a moment. That's why I'm getting level 30 first. Normally, you could do this lower than 30, a lot lower. 25 probably would be doable without much of a problem. I don't remember what level I had here. With a normal party, with spellcasters. Because remember, with spellcasters you have AoE healing, you have elemental damaging magic. And you have protect. And I think shell, if I remember correctly. Okay, well, not the best levels again. Unfortunately. So, let's roll. I'm not banking on you doing that much damage to the boss, but who knows? Hope you'll do more than 40, like we did the previous boss. Okay, so we're set, not gaining any more levels. Now, drink up everyone. You full. Gonna quick save. Okie dokie, and let's roll. Yeah, it was us. Why are you a ball? So yeah, like I said, Marolith. And she looks exactly like you would hope she looks if you know D&D. Though why is she a fire demon? I don't know. Didn't some of the monster manuals depict Maroliths as aquatic demons? Early monster manuals. That is a bit better. Oh shit, that is not a bit better. Yeah. Yeah, it ain't better. It ain't better. You guys are hitting those crits. Okay, so Rico moves first for reasons unbeknownst to anyone. Till he doesn't. Dude, what's up with that? 8? Also, yeah, thought that would happen. Oh, we're dangerously low. Okay. Healing turn. Unfortunately, the first target isn't the one that's using the item command. Which sucks sometimes. That sucks even more. Okay, livable. Well now. Okay, you guys attack, you heal yourself again. Great, great, great. We want more of those crits. Why aren't you doing anything? Really? Hold. Okay. Experiment time. I have a remedy. Does it work on hold? Are you shitting me? The one dude. Let's see if this works. It does. Oh, nice. Okay. Healing turn again. Well, Nox shouldn't die. He's quite healed. But I'm gonna... Now we know that remedies are important as well. And now we know that probably each Fiend has a hold spell. That sucks. And I don't have that much remedies, because I wasn't sure. That sucked. Okay, you have a high probability of dying. Well, not anymore. Great. Great, 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 great. Love to see those. Love to see those. Okie doke. So, you attack, you heal as well. You actually can attack. Crit, please. Please, crits. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dudes. Okay, this is gonna be dicey. This is gonna be dicey, you know? Let's try it like that. Really? I was gonna say, Nox probably is moving last. No, he wasn't. It's gotta be a roll system. I don't believe it's not a roll system. That would be too weird. Okay, double heal time. Hopefully. Okay, went off, went off. That's livable. But we don't want it. We'll do it like this. Honestly, you will heal yourself. And I will attack. And you will do this. Yo, that ain't cool. That is unfortunately indeed not cool. Okay, no. God dang it, dang analog stick. Why can't I remap to the D-pad? That's stupid. I tried to do that. Game doesn't let me normally, and I'm gonna not gonna use an input bullshit thingy to do that. Sorry. Just gonna need to be just gonna need to be careful. Simple as that. Enough? Nope, not enough. Okie doke. Now everyone's blinded. I don't know if you two shouldn't heal first. Just in case. Because you never know. Not bueno. Also, why are you blind still? Didn't you eye drop yourself? No, it was... he was held. That's why it didn't work. Okay. Attack time. Please, crits. Okay, well, it worked. So it seems, even though with additional levels, the Fiends just have beefy-ass defenses. Still, we've punched her for more than the Earth Fiend, but... it wasn't as much as I would hope. But, well, it's done. I guess we restored the Crystal of Fire. So that's 2 crystals left. Wind and water. Okie doke. Everyone's happy now. And as you remember... oh, we can talk to it. Yep. And as you remember, we can use this thingamajig here to just simply go out. Of course we want to leave. Okie doke. So I'll probably go back to town. Because we need more consumables. And we basically need to go to town, because we kinda need to sail away from here. Yeah, I know we just got here, but that's how things go. As you can see, against the normal enemies, we've been quite powerful. And yeah, like I told you with the vampire was the last easy boss. I know, sucks. Nothing you can do about that. And I was right to be wary of the Fiends. Something told me that that would be the case. Had a gut feeling. Okay, so... if you don't mind me telling you, the next Fiend would actually be the Fiend of Water. But first... Crescent Lake. And item time. I don't think the sages will say anything that interesting to us. Got a load of money, so we can do this. And 23 for now. Those are good, those are good. We need more remedies. Let's get 20 for now. Tents, let's get 10-ish. And let's get 14 cottages. And I think for now we should be good. So, in, and let me check the time after we rest up a bit. Because I have a feeling we're basically done for today. Would be fitting. Another episode, another Fiend down. That's kinda cool. Did not hope to get that done today. So, it's an hour in, so why not? So let's save, and I'll thank you for watching, and I wish you a great weekend, and have a nice Friday night. So thanks, bye-bye, and cześć.